Dungeon in a bottle.
You gotta rub me the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Can I rub you with my mouth?
I'd rather you didn't. Thank you for the offer, though.
Feed it is.
Those are the only two options. I'm glad I'm in Florida.
Yeah, thanks for this will be the shortest episode of Noob Show to date. Thanks for listening, everybody.
The 42nd episode.
Is it
10 more.
42 now?
Yeah, 10 more. It's been a year.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Be the second show to reach a year. Unless the Raiders start before us.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Raiders is like 48 is the latest.
Yeah, but we record like several episodes in a day.
True.
Yeah.
I don't think I think Raiders hits a year mid to late January.
Yeah, I've been having a good time listening to it. It's great. I just got to the part where you summon Black Rune. This ain't spoilers, it's out twice already.
Yeah. It is now
And
out
but
for
we-
patrons, and the episode you're talking about is out for Patreon, or has been out for Patreon for a while, and is out for free
On YouTube. Watch it.
and Spotify and Audible.
Listen to it until you get to the animated show. Then
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah, having a lot. I'm just enjoying it. I'm sick of Jeb always getting the short end of the stick.
I see. I don't get how you say that. Jeb is. Am I
That's
missing
character.
something? Like,
They
I
just
feel
treat
like
Jeb
Jeb
bad.
is. No, they just treat Jeb like he's a goblin.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
asked
he's
for
a goblin.
lasagna. That was the best. So how about that lasagna?
I do like the little callbacks. I thought that you were still on the animal handling kick, and how Terrence was like, "No,
It's still a favorite line.
Oh, from the Doom
I use-
Bats?
yeah,
Yeah, can I use animal handling? No, it's dead. But I'm handling it.
yeah." Can I handle it to glide? God, Jeb is probably one of my favorite characters to play. Are you listening to the episode previews or just the YouTube?
Spotify. I'm just on Spotify.
He's on what people are getting for free. That keeps him from spoiling on this show. Because there's 19 weeks between what's free and what our lovely patrons get to listen to.
Yeah, and we don't want to spoil it for the patrons, but we'll spoil it for those people who are just freeloading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, it's out twice already. It's your fault at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to ask that, Toker. You said we only like to play to episode or level 13, 14 is your cutoff, right?
In the past, it normally has been, yeah.
But
Well-
say, what's your next plan after this one?
I don't know. This is the first with our main show. This is the first time I made everybody kind of do the 15 point buy, which is the low fantasy numbers. So I don't feel like the power creep has been as bad. And I've been a little better, sometimes not so much, but a little better about dishing out magic items.
Yeah,
can
that
be,
scared.
level
That
breaking.
scared you gave me is broken. I'm sorry.
It's not though, really.
I got SR20 for free.
Well, not for free. You got it from a magic item, and it takes
Yeah.
up a next slot. And
That's all it does.
when we get up to higher level stuff, the marks on there might, because certain effects make it to where it starts to lose its usability, right?
I think it's negative
Negative
energy, negative
levels.
levels. And
Ability
there's one more
drain
thing. Ability drain. Those are the three.
Yeah.
and
But I could
death
also-
effects.
Yeah, I could choose not to activate it. I mean, not with the death effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power word kill. Nah.
I mean, it is very powerful at keeping your character alive, but I used to be bad about throwing out like really high end dope weapons that do like lots of different shit, and then later realizing like, oh, now I'm having to compensate and build tougher
Dope
combats
monsters.
to compensate for the fact that one character has a weapon that's just dealing way more damage than anybody else, and then I feel bad that character's got something that's doing something dope, so I try to hand somebody else a weapon, and before too long I've been giving out too much stuff.
Don't break Shashka. Don't break her.
I didn't give you that one.
No.
But he made it.
I made it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a +1.
Yeah, that's fine.
Keen.
I've also changed my background character again because I made a monk, but Mahani's like, if I die, I want to play a monk. I was like, fine. I was like, I'll make an alchemist. And Kev's like, no, when I die, I want to play an alchemist. Fine. So now I settled on a tattooed sorcerer.
Oh, Terrence said he wanted to play one of those.
Oh, back to the drawing board again. That's it. I'm playing a witch.
I mean, whoever dies, if you die, you got a free reign. You can,
Yep.
It doesn't matter if somebody else wanted to play that. You go ahead and play it.
Well, the only reason I made the tattoo sorcerer is because the prestige class called
Mhm.
Tattoo Mystic. It lets me keep a lot of my sorcerer stuff, but one of the stuff you get to do is you get to choose a tattoo, and the one I chose, it lets you cast summon spells for like level 3 summon spells as a standard action as long as the creature appears next to you.
That's cool.
It's
I'm
really
gonna have to say no if Nim is still alive.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's too many. There's like 6 people, and one of them's a summoner. So there's 7 characters I have to worry about it.
Now I
There's
can
other-
see the wheels turning in Noob's head now. He's like, okay, so if Amon is almost about to die, I'm just gonna grab Nim and take him with me.
What spell can I use? I'm really upset that my spell didn't go off because I was gonna. No, that hasn't came out yet. Never mind. Can't talk about the main show.
Yeah, shut your hole. Shut
Yeah.
up.
I mean, that isn't out for anybody yet, except for us. I think it's on Patreon. So maybe Dave's listened to it already.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. You're the best.
He wished me a happy birthday on YouTube. That was nice.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Dave. He seems like a cool guy.
Well, if I'm not taking the Pounce and Beast tattoos, I'm taking the Bind and Trine. This triangular design allows the mystic to transform a hostile spell, affecting them into a magical tattoo, similar to Reservoir Tattoo. When the mystic fails to save against a throw over her, he can sacrifice a spell as an immediate action to pretty much make the other spell not work.
Oh,
So-
that's cool. It's a counter spell that you spend instead of casting Dispel Magic on it, you just say, all right, I'm not going to use that level spell. Boop.
But the sorcerer I made, all he does is conjuration spells, because it's the fun ones.
I found my Rage Prophet character sheet from many years ago. The whole portfolio
On paper?
I remember
yeah.
that guy.
No, you
I
didn't
remember
play with this guy.
stories. I remember stories about that guy.
I bought the Pathfinder role-playing game compatible complete character folio and only used like half of it because most of it's for familiars and followers. I didn't have any of those. But early Kyler Warsteiner was
Really?
That's the name.
yeah, he was a 2 levels barbarian, 4 levels oracle, and 7 levels rage prophet.
Damn, you guys got up there.
We did. He was pretty dope. I was going through his old stuff, and I was like, man, he had some cool shit.
What level was that? 16?
4, 5, 6, 13.
13.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like he gets angry enough he becomes a ball of light that heals people?
Yeah. Well, it's not that he gets angry enough. So Rage Prophet's fun because I was a terrible character for those first 6 levels. This was 2 levels of barbarian, but not great at it. And I was 4 levels of oracle, and I could heal okay, but not awesome. But when you hit level 7, you take that first prestige class that would merge them. It basically made both those classes work together better.
Nice.
So like when I was healing and I was raging and also able to still heal and cast spells. So I was basically a big walking meat shield as I would rage and run up to the front. Very little armor. But every time I took damage, I basically just healed myself back up and anybody else who was close to me. And if I felt like it, I could turn into a positive energy elemental and walk through my friends' squares so that they would heal. And it also healed me every round.
That's just so much.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that, dude. When after 6 levels, those first 6 levels were tough.
Yeah, that's what keeps me from wanting to multi-class into anything else.
That's the only time I've ever really done that. Has been like, I want to play that prestige class. I'm going to build towards that one, and the payoff was worth it. But you're subpar up until that point, which is if you're in a small group, I don't suggest prestige classes because everybody needs to be able to pull their weight. But I think at that point in time, there was like 7 of us gaming plus the dungeon master, so 8 people at the table. So it was okay if somebody wasn't, optimized for the combats.
I wanted to play a Shadow Dancer. That was the only prestige class that I ever really wanted to build. And I never managed to do it.
There's was it the Hell Knight is fun as hell? It's
Mhm.
your paladin, except you're against chaos and not evil. So as long as something's lawful, you're good to go. So I always thought it'd be fun to play a paladin who's also a Hell Knight.
Anti-paladin.
Hmm?
Right? That's an
No,
anti-paladin prestige class.
No.
Hell Knight.
No, Hell Knights, as long as you're lawful.
Oh,
Hold on,
I'm
where's
thinking about something else.
Because the other the requirements for the Hell Knight is base attack bonus +5, intimidation 5 ranks, knowledge plunge 2 ranks, must be proficient with heavy armor, alignment any lawful, and the character must slay a devil with H or hit die greater than his character level. And this victory must be witnessed by another Hell Knight.
Yeah, that gets into some oddly specific storytelling situations for that to work.
Yeah, you have to be on your DM and you have to be real close contact to make that kind of shit happen.
Or you're starting a campaign at a high level and you work it into the background if your dungeon master is cool with that. Sometimes I like the ones that are real story specific because it helps you get a grasp of like what kind of character it is that you should be playing.
Yeah. Now there's because we were talking about, I think me and Kevin talked about how there wasn't a whole lot of just fucking prestige classes. There's over 50 of them.
Yeah, there's loads of prestige classes, and that's only if you want to prestige. All those like the shaman and stuff that's basically a mix of 2 different classes. I would consider those like prestige light, because you're mixing 2 classes at level 1, like the
the hybrid classes.
hybrid classes. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
That's what Amon is. He's a war priest.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
basically, oracle is kind of one too. It's like a sorcerer cleric.
Well, the shaman is super dope for that.
Mm-hmm.
Witch cleric.
Is that what a shaman is? Do they get hexes?
Basically. Yeah, they get hexes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I might have to choose this class then. Because hexes, I still think hexes are the best thing in Pathfinder. You can cast a spell once a day on anything, and if it doesn't work, you can take a feat that lets you do it again. There's a lot of stuff.
Shaman's more witch bard, isn't it?
Well, that's Jeff's shaman, is that because he's also got that level of scald.
Oh yeah, scald. He's basically playing 4 classes, but with 2 hybrid classes.
But for some reason, it always works.
Yeah, he's very in on the math of it all.
Oh, there's a witch doctor. I'm about to get in trouble just looking at any stop.
Yeah.
Elden Ring.
Stop looking at stuff. You're doing a show right now. You're over there doing research. Host a show, dude.
I have to restart my computer before we get started tonight.
Ow. Elden Ring's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not watching any trailers, Toker.
I'm trying not to watch a lot about it because I know it's going to be fun, even if it's miserable. I did come across it was a TikTok video of like some of the magic in it, and I sat and watched those 2.5 minutes. It looked awesome, but yeah, I'm not trying to like get any. I don't want any story spoilers or fucking. I don't want to come across and end up watching 10 minutes of like the first 10 minutes I'm going to play. I don't want to do that.
See, I don't mind. I just want to go in and watch it and get out of the way. I already know what, because like all the magic looks awesome. Like it looks better than the last Dark Souls games, even though it's not Dark Souls.
I mean, it basically is Dark Souls.
It's big Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It's
You get
open
to ride
world
a-
Dark Souls, right?
Yeah. You
Well-
get to ride a horse.
Technically, all of them are open world.
Yeah, I guess you're not wrong on that.
I mean, you can go anywhere in the map at any time. It's just you have to go through. I don't know. It depends on how they judge it. Is it a big Skyrim type open world with towns and cities and shit? I don't know.
Yeah, are you able to pause it and save it before you go into a big fight, or do you just have to save at the
No.
campsites?
You don't save before a boss fight in any Dark Souls game.
Mm-mm.
Because the moment you die, your game saves.
Yeah. I mean, but you can quit the game at any time and it'll save you where you're at.
No, it has its advantages.
Yeah.
I'm finding that out because right now I'm playing Dark Souls 3, but I'm doing a bow run.
Oh.
It kind of works.
The bow run's great when you got somebody with you.
It is, but I don't. It's
Yeah.
really good when you're in an open area because you could just pick things off one by one. But you're like, your nose is touching somebody else's. That's it. Game over.
No, it's not. You do that back hop quick shot.
I don't have that yet. Only thing I
Yeah.
have is a longbow.
Yeah, that's where you're fucking up. Me and Tyler were playing it, and he was a big, heavy meat shield guy. And I was like, since I got you running with me, I'm going to do the bow. And we had a blast. We got up to a point where PvP started to really take off, and people would invade us. And we killed most of them, but some of them put up a really big fight, even though it's 2-on-1 for the most part, because it was me and him in the same world. And one guy was good. He was real good, but he couldn't quite pin either one of us down. That fight probably went 10 minutes.
Oh, that was something else I want to bring up. Somebody has modded Dark Souls 1 essentially kind of from the ground up with animations and everything and put all the Halo weapons in it. So now if you really want to, you could have you can play, and they've made the maps from Halo so you can have 16 versus 16 multiplayer. You don't have to use the guns. Like if you want, you could just do normal multiplayer. But I mean, it's just 16 versus 16, and it's just all the Dark Souls 1 weapons and shit. And then it even gives you a menu to pre-build a character so you don't have to play through the game first.
See, when you first brought this up, and I was like, I'll never play it because I don't play video games. And I started thinking to myself, why don't I play video games? I mean, I love weird fantasy stuff. I like nerdy things. I love this game, Pathfinder, D&D. And it's because there's no clear winner in Pathfinder and D&D. There's survivors of combats, and there's, surviving through a campaign, but there's no winner or loser at the table. When you're playing a video game, especially if you're playing PvP or, a first-person shooter, there's clear winners and losers in that. And then sports games too. I don't like those either because there's clear winners and losers.
There's loads of games out there. I mean, Skyrim, there's no winning Skyrim.
And that's why I loved Skyrim. I played the shit out of Skyrim.
So you've played games then.
Yeah, I've played like 5.
Yeah.
I played World of Warcraft until it started to become super PvP. And I was
Everybody
like,
in that is a loser.
Yeah, you still it's about say the same thing. Say the same thing.
yeah, $15 a month gone, lost.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now they fucked their economy so much that you can use in-game currency to buy it.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that, Frakes?
Oh yeah. I actually paid for a couple of months with my own money, with my own gold in the game.
Well, the reason they started doing that is because the currency in the game, people would do daily quests, and they would just keep getting money, and eventually all the rare items that cost, I don't know, several hundreds of thousands, everybody has it now.
Yep.
So it makes it that less intriguing to try and get it.
It's and also they had gold farmers, where someone would just focus completely on getting as much gold as possible and then sell that account on eBay. And
Or just sell the gold.
Well, Yeah, you could do that. Like, but now it's easier because you got PayPal. But back when I was playing, it was like, oh, here's my account. I'll sell you my account. And then you just mail the money over to yourself and delete the farming character, and boom. You now have tens of thousands of gold.
Yeah, and now that's built directly into games now.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I'm sick of paying for shit.
Microtransactions.
You can
Yeah.
take Assassin's Creed for that. They're the ones who started it with the horse armor. Or was
I
it
thought it was
Skyrim?
like Madden and FIFA and games like that. I thought EA was the culprit behind microtransactions originally.
I don't know who started it, but EA was one of the main aggressors, and Bethesda with it was the horse armor on platform. They put Oblivion on Xbox. You could buy horse armor for like $5, and it was just a cosmetic piece that went over the horse. It's real dumb.
I know that Star Wars Battlefront got a lot of flack because you could purchase their loot box to try and get different characters and different armors and stuff.
Didn't that get banned because it was too much like gambling?
Yep. You
Yeah.
pay money and then you pays your monies and takes your chances.
Yeah, gambling.
Gambling.
Which makes me wonder. So No Man's Sky came out like 2017.
Yeah.
There's no microtransactions. There's been no paid for DLC, and it is updated at least 2 to 3 times a year since it's come out, to the point where now it's revered as one of the best, success stories in video game history. How it came out horrible, all these horrible reviews, and now it just hit on Steam mostly positive for the first time because it was so many negative reviews when it first came out.
Well, it became what it was touted to be when they first came out with it.
But they've charged nothing. I bought the base game 5 years ago. I still play it, 3 or 4 times a year at this point. I'll put it in and go chill. I've got the freighters and I've got bases built everywhere. So I just like to get on and look and see at the planets every once in a while because the music's dope. There's not a lot for me personally to do in the game. They've implemented a lot of stuff, but none of that. I've paid no more than the base price for the game when it came out 5 years ago. How are they successful?
Because people like you are telling your friends how good the game is. Those friends are going out and buying it.
Yeah, but people like me only did the purchasing one. I'm saying they're making money still somehow, right? Even though I've spent no more money with them.
Yeah, it's new players. That's all it is. It's new players hearing the hype and going, oh, well, they said it sucked before. Maybe it doesn't suck now. And they go and they buy it.
Yeah.
Or they see screenshots of it, or they see reports and news.
There's sandworms in there now.
Dope.
Oh.
Like giant, can eat you, I think, sandworms.
Shai-Hulud sandworms.
Sure.
You saw Dune.
I don't remember their name.
I haven't watched Dune, and I haven't read Dune, but if I understand Dune, what it's about is people are fighting over a planet of space cocaine that lets them see into the future so they can drive their ships faster.
It's pretty accurate, I think.
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like if there was a planet full of real cocaine, I
That's
feel
what
like
would
the
happen.
the same thing would happen. Is there's gonna be wars and giant cocaine worms. That's the title, cocaine worms.
Giant cocaine worms.
Giant cocaine worms.
Well, I mean, it's
It's a worm with Gary Busey's head.
What era Gary Busey? Because if we're talking Silver Bullet Gary Busey, I'm all about it. But if we're talking current,
that's what makes it terrifying.
Yeah.
I figured out, I didn't know this because I wasn't born when he got into his accident. I just thought Gary Busey was just always batshit insane. I didn't realize he was like that because he was holding his brain on the freeway after a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just drugs that turn people nuts. I'm sure that didn't help. But
no.
But now I feel bad for making fun of Gary Busey.
I don't think Gary Busey's surrounded by good people. And I say this
Yeah.
because I've seen his court show on Prime for animals. I think it's not delightfully bad. It is just hard to watch. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's just
What is it?
it's Gary Busey's court shows. We tried to watch it. Tyler, who was on this show, suggested it to me because he said it was funny, and I had to call him and be like, "You were very wrong. This is not funny. This was just to feel your time being wasted in the moment."
To recognize the
To
passage
know
of time.
Ooh. That's the great title for Noob Show. To feel your time be wasted as you listen.
Yeah.
No, because then people are going to be like, "Oh, this will just be a waste of time."
If they're at
always the best
episode
thing.
40, it's fine. Did you listen to the last episode?
I guess I have a steady audience,
Yeah.
by the way.
You do, but I forget who was it who said it sounded like it was recorded from somebody's phone in their
I
pocket.
said it sounded like he butt dialed us from a family gathering.
Yeah.
Well,
How that was apt. I mean, that was
Yeah.
just accurate.
no,
There's
and
some
I
good-
guess
there-
like
There is
I
some
gave
gold
him
in them heels, though. There's some gold in that episode.
listen, that's my uncle. I had to take some stuff out that he said because he's an old mountain man, and some of it's
Yeah.
just not okay. But he's
Yeah.
old; it isn't any better. But I want to get him to have Zoom on his phone, and so I could call him and just record the whole conversation. Because I can talk with him for like just 2.5 hours about shit, and there's like 70 jokes in there. It's great.
Mhm. And 5 of them will be appropriate for television.
Most of
Or
them
the
are appropriate.
internet.
Well, that narrows it down to 4.
Mm-hmm. The television gets 5, the internet gets 10, and the rest is like, yeah, I got to scrub my hard drive after recording that.
That's the kind of stuff you just talk with your friends in private and never mention.
It's just one of those panic scenes from Mr. Robot where he's drilling holes in his hard drives and
Yeah.
microwaving
Oh.
CPUs and shit.
You guys ever watch Silicon Valley?
Oh
Yeah.
Well, I never finished it, but one of my favorite scenes is when they accidentally sell their old hard drive with all the stuff on it. And so the
Mhm.
guy pretends to be a tech guy, and all he does is takes an impact driver and just drills through the hard drive and leaves.
Yeah.
Guilfoyle.
Yeah.
There's gold in that show too, but I couldn't. That
Just-
shows a constant panic attack.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, he just straight up hitmans that computer.
Yeah, there's the figuring out how fast you can jerk people off in a room by going tip to tip and 2 hands at the same time. The behind the scenes on that is the funniest thing about that show because that's all accurate math.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
mathematicians come in and write equations on that
Mhm.
board to solve that problem.
Was the jerk to come ratio?
Yeah.
That was there's a huge billboard, dry erase board behind them with just loads of equations. Those are all actual equations about how long it would take.
Well, that was me figuring out a centaur's testicles.
Yeah, like your last PowerPoint, but real.
Those are all real numbers. Check the math. It's right.
I love Mike Judge, but some of Silicon Valley is a little like, oh, why am I watching
did
this?
that?
And then
Oh,
I'll be like, why am I watching this? And then the scene will happen. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm here. Like, there's moments of like, is this supposed to be fun? Oh, there it is. It was just a long build up.
A long build up.
But that first
Right.
episode
Oh my-
starting off with fucking Kid Rock jamming, and as the camera pans back, you realize it's just like 8 nerds in a backyard. What? Who don't care that it's Kid Rock?
Yeah.
listen, that's gonna be us, and we can quit our jobs with this show. Is we're gonna hire Kid Rock to come do a personal show.
I will not.
I
Why
will
don't
not
you
either.
like Kid Rock?
I'd rather hire Cypress Hill. They would be fun.
Kid Rock is fun. I don't care what you say.
Kid Rock is Larry the Cable Guy of music. It's it's a
That's
character.
fine.
He's a character.
No, that's Kid Rock. He's the same guy. It's
No,
real.
it's not. that is a clown suit that he puts on.
Yes. Yes.
I've said before, I do like the him chart. He made it to where his ticket prices for his shows are super low, and the beer stays a consistent price. People all said he was crazy, but people packed out his shows. He still made a fuckload of money. So I mean, he's got some good business sense. But I mean, he's upper middle class fucking white dude who just decided to be rednecky and make music. And I mean, it worked for him. But I'd rather hang out with somebody who's real.
Yeah.
Like Chris Gaines.
I don't know who that is.
No, that was Garth Brooks' alter ego.
I don't want to hang out with Garth Brooks either.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Look, y'all didn't know when Garth Brooks decided to put on an emo wig, grow a soul patch, and do a pop album?
Yeah. I mean, I've listened to Korn for a while.
That's why it's called Korn.
They got a new album coming out tonight, I think.
Do they really?
I just saw it on YouTube. I'm mildly giddy.
Yeah, they're putting music out, man. They're still doing their thing.
Crosby said it, I was telling him, I was like, I like Korn, and I'm normally somewhat embarrassed to tell people that. Not now, I'm almost 40, I don't care, but there's always this weird connotation where you're like, I like Korn. And they're like, ugh, ugh. And he goes, well, at least everybody in the band that you like is, still alive and still making music. He goes, every one of my favorite bands overdosed before I hit 25,
Yeah, Korn's fun. They do a great rendition of "Kidnap the Santa Claus" from Nightmare on Christmas or Nightmare Before Christmas.
I also like their version of Word Up.
Yeah.
They have a version of Word Up.
All you ladies around the world, there's a I can't do any more copyright reasons, but look it up.
Right. They did another brick in the wall.
Yeah, not because it was terrible.
Yeah, they did another brick in the wall. I'm not really into them for the covers. Just when I was an angsty teen, it hit me right.
Right.
That
Same.
was the fun, angry music.
What was one of their hits?
Freak on a Leash, anything from Follow the Leader, basically. Got the Life.
I'm trying to, I can't.
Coming Undone, right?
Yeah.
No, that was from that was way later in their career.
That was them. Is what I'm saying.
That was them, yeah. I mean, they've had a.
That's what I know them from.
Yeah, they've had 20 albums, 12 albums.
I don't think they've hit 20 yet, but it's close. I mean, you could listen to everything they have, and it would take you most of a day.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking about 3-minute long songs. It's a lot of music they've put out.
Adidas. That's the one I was trying to think of the name for, and it's just a shoe commercial, but it's
Adidas?
All Day I Dream About Sex.
Mm-hmm. Shoots and Ladders.
Ooh, that one gets dark.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking about. That dude is real.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at them and think, oh, those are clowns. They've put on a suit. Clown's also a great song. They have some that I can't titles of songs I can't say anymore because it was the early 90s.
Right. Yeah, that dude puts his pain on display.
Yeah, I mean, the end of his first album, he's fucking cry screaming through a song because his dad sexually abused him as a child and his mother didn't do anything about it. I mean, that dude puts like real shit into his music.
Yeah.
My Name is Kid Rock. I give a shit about what your song says. There's a time and a place, I like music that isn't deep or whatever. But if I'm rich and I can pick somebody to come to my fucking house and put on a show, it's not gonna be Kid Rock.
Do we think we can get Korn?
No, they're still too big.
Yeah, we could get Necrogoblicon.
I would love to have Necrogoblicon.
I would love to just hang out with John Goblicon in costume, just in character, being a goblin.
You have to dress up like Jeb.
That doesn't even make sense.
The whole time, yes. You have to be
I
Jeb
would dress up
Anchorcheck
like an orc.
No. You gotta be Jeb.
I could be Jeb. Now I could just stay as Jeb in personality. I mean, that's kind of my alter ego. That's kind of where I live whenever I'm wanting to be an asshole, You
could be Jeb who got an enlarged person spell that got permanent on you.
And then those dudes will show up and be like, y'all are fucking nerdy.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You guys
paid
are
in
nerdy.
advance.
We're goblin metal. Yeah. Goblin. It's in your fucking name. Now do dragons.
If you had a bunch of money and we were having a party, who's like a big name you would get to come play the
Danny
show?
Saxbang.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Sorry.
Necrogoblicon.
Yeah.
I mean, I love their shit. Or Archspire. They seem kind of twisted though.
I mean, you can't understand them, so it'll be fine though. What about you, Tucker? What is it? Is it corn?
No, I mean I've seen Corn like 6 times. They're great. I don't know if they would be fun to hang out with anymore. Primus, I think Les Claypool would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
He's a big redneck.
Last time I saw him, we were in North Carolina, and he played all the hits, you know, and then he goes, all right, now I'm about to play something off the new album. So this is a good time for you people who don't care about that stuff to go get yourself a hot dog. He's like, if you stick around, I think you'll enjoy it. But if you leave to go get that hot dog, my feelings won't be hurt. All right. And I think the name of that album was like Goblin Rock or something, or that's what they called it. And the song was fun. But he just seems like he would be a real goofy dude to hang around with.
He loves to grow shit. He has a big ass garden.
You know,
Yeah, he's a
To
redneck, man.
to bring food to the buffet.
Also,
Or maybe
I didn't
Iowa.
know. Actually, Toker, you were like my main introduction to Primus. I never listened to him until you mentioned him. And Here Come the Mummies.
Oh,
Two
okay.
shows I'm upset I missed.
They would
Thinking
be
the
fun.
Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they don't want to be mummies the whole time.
Yeah, and I think they're
Mm.
contractually obligated to be mummies if they're dressed up, if they're playing together.
Yeah, I don't know what all the rules are, but yeah, if you've never listened to Here Come the Mummies, Coming in My Pants is delightful.
It's a bunch of talented artists fucking having fun.
Incredibly talented.
Mm-hmm.
I almost want to say the lead singer is Jack Black. He sounds a lot like him. I know it's
Oh,
probably not him.
No, he's
Yeah.
definitely not him. I was at that Charleston show.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them live.
I
They
could
came
see
from
from
the-
the plane.
They came from the back of the venue in
Through
like
the crowd.
this- through the crowd in this Egyptian funereal procession. Dude drumming on a little like quad drums or a snare drum or something. I can't quite remember. I was
Mhm.
drinking heavily. But it was so good. Those guys are, yeah, I forgot about them.
Well, I think we're at our max on time. This was good. This is
Are
fun.
we? Let's
Yeah,
talk
it's-
about music some more.
Yeah, I
All
like
right.
music.
What you got?
Who's opening your show?
Oh, TWRP.
You haven't named anybody I know.
Well, TWRP is very similar to Here Come the Mummies, except they're not famous, but their music is just as good.
Hmm.
And whenever the guy sings, he uses a talk box, and I appreciate that.
Hmm.
Okay, that's it. I'm done now.
No, Frakes, I want to know Frakes' opener.
Well, I'm a big metalhead. I like metal music. So I would love to see Gwar open for Necrogoblicon, which
I
is
feel like it's-
completely backwards.
Yeah, as I said, that feels backwards.
Yeah. I mean, Gore's got a lot of production value. Or I like a Legion. They also seem like they would be fun, just like California surfer dudes that play heavy metal. But they do like nerdy metal, all about space and science.
Ooh, Death Clock.
Death Clock. Yeah.
Death
Brendan
Clock would be
Smalls
fun to
would be
see
good.
live again.
I've only
That
known
is
him from
Brendan Smalls,
cartoon.
right?
Yeah, Brandon Smalls.
Who's
Yeah.
Brendan Smalls? What's he from?
Death
That's the
Clock.
guy who does Death Clock.
Oh, I thought it was from something else, the way you said his name.
I mean, he is now Brendan Smalls. He's just his own, like,
Yeah, he's
using
put-
his name. It's
He's
mostly
put out
instrumental.
some. Yeah, he's put out some new music. It's fun.
Good instrumental metal.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun.
Kind of like Rings of Saturn.
Yeah. Yeah. Good callback, man. I like Rings of Saturn.
I don't know a lot about metal music. I know a little about Lamb of God, Rings of Saturn. You show me some Archspire.
If
You ever listen to Old In Flames?
No.
In Flames was good.
In Flames is good. I don't listen to a lot of heavy stuff, but they're fun technical band.
The Black Dahlia murder was my first introduction. My
Like
friend
Dahlia
went to high.
Mother, it's pretty dope.
my friend brought me a T-shirt from Hot Topic, and I wore it, and I finally realized it was a band shirt. You can never read metal music titles.
Why is there just a pile of sticks on the top of this shirt?
It looks like when you sit down in an old leather chair and it has all the cracks.
Yeah, it's got all the cracks in it. Oh, Job for a Cowboy. You should look them up. They're awesome. Job for a Cowboy. Thy Art is Murder. I Wrestled a Bear Once. They have a female lead.
Iwaba?
Iwaba, yeah. I Wrestled a Bear Once.
They used to play in Charleston a bunch.
I
good.
love fucking women in metal music.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially like what's their name?
Kitty.
Like Baby Metal and Lady Baby. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, Baby Metal is really dope. It's metal anime music.
And you would like Lady Baby. But
Is that the dude?
Yeah. Or like there's two little Japanese girls and a big old white dude with a beard.
And he's dressed in a maid outfit too.
He's always dressed in the girly outfits, and then the girls are always dressed kind of like in just regular clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And it works.
I remember this. I have seen Lady Baby.
You listen to Kitty? That was like one of the first mainstream metal lady bands.
Oh, I loved Kitty.
I'm talking the noob.
No,
It wasn't alive yet. You want to look up Spit, Brackish, and Paper Doll.
These fucking names.
That's 3 songs off their first 2 albums. Spit.
Let's go with Spit.
Brackish. Brackish is the one that got a lot of radio play. And Paper Doll.
This is awakening something inside of me.
It might. I hate that they're not the same lineup anymore. I used to love Kitty, but their new stuff is not it's not up my alley.
Oh, it might be up mine then. If it's
I'm
too
a fan
hard for you.
It's not that it's too hard. It's just it's not
not too hard, but you know.
I want them to
just
step
different.
on me.
They probably would.
Oh,
And not in
no.
a sexual, not in a sexual way. I feel like they would just step on you and leave.
Yeah. Breaks, close the show while I do something unrelated. I'll mute my microphone now.
If the video is still going.
Yeah, put it away, please. I don't. Oh, Jesus Christ! No, God.
Yeah, I didn't think
Anyway.
it bent that way when it was hard.
Why does it have pinchers?
Pinchers?
It's got teeth.
Oh, pinchers. I thought you said pictures.
It's holding up pictures.
Why is it?
Look at this photograph.
My
Why
dick
is it
is
holding up
Nickelback.
pictures of its kids?
Fix a Nickelback.
My balls.
Anyway, thanks for listening to Noob Show on YouTube, Spotify, or whatever platform that you're enjoying this content on. Don't forget to rate and review if you don't mind. That helps us out a whole lot. And if you like any of this, any little bit of this, then check out homebrewdetritus.com, www.homebrewdetritus.com. That's where you can find all the other shit that we do that you might like. I think you will, because we're awesome.
Your face got so serious.